Hi everybody. So in this video we are continuing attaching all of the, oh no, actually I'm sorry, we are done with the wing tip nut plates, and so now what we're doing is there's one metal rib that you can see there that goes into the wingtip. Unfortunately the video of me squaring it up on the wing is not wasn't there because I was turned around, and plus it only took me about 10 seconds. So what you do is you put the wingtip on. So after all the nut plates are put on, all the holes are deburred, you attach the wingtip up, and then you put this metal rib, which you kind of see there, in place until it kind of matches nice, doesn't bow the fiberglass out, and is nice and snug. You mark the position with a marker on the inside of the wingtip, remove the wingtip, and then you start to measure where the holes need to be drilled for it to be attached to the wingtip. And this is interesting because this is the only place in the plans where they don't actually give you specific distances. Like this hole is an inch from here, blah, blah, blah. What they do is they say the average distance of the hole at the top end and the bottom end is this versus this. The only holes that you know, so the reason that you mark the edges of the flanges on the inside of the wingtip is you need to mark on the wingtip where, what is it, 7.9 millimeters. So 7.9 millimeters is basically the minimum distance you need from the edge of any material to drill a number 40 hole to put a rivet. Let's just say that. So knowing where the edges of the flanges are, you can guesstimate exactly where you need to put those edge holes. And then what you do is you just take the distance between the two known holes, divide it up by a certain number, and that's where you kind of space out your rivets on the top and the bottom. Pretty simple. So now as you can see, that wingtip rib gets awfully small at the end. So what we're going to do, now that everything is drilled number 30, we go back and, number 40, is we're going to go back and we're going to re-drill everything to number 30. After I do a little bit of deburring. So you drill those holes out to number 30. They are going to be bigger. Well, no, I'm sorry, not all of those holes. Three of those holes on the very back end tips get drilled out to number 30. I'm sorry, only those. Only the very rear ones. The reason you do that is because you cannot possibly get your hand in a bucking tool back there. So what you do is you put in pop rivets there, which you see me doing here. Man, you want to talk about nervous. But it's not really that bad. So working with fiberglass, again, like I mentioned in the last videos, it can be a little brittle. When you start putting extreme pressures on it, it can start to crack in unknown ways. And pulling pop rivets against fiberglass is one of those places where you just kind of do it and pray. But this isn't strictly against fiberglass. Yes, half of it is on fiberglass, but the other half is pulling against aluminum. So, no big deal. Plus, I did go against conventional wisdom. The instructions tell you to countersink the wingtip fiberglass so that you can put in a specific kind of pop rivet that's actually countersunk. I didn't like that. I left the top of the material flat and used a different kind of pop rivet. That way, I knew that pop rivet was flush against the material and wasn't, when it was actually getting pulled, wasn't like in basically a hole that you've dug for it, because you could put more sideways pressure on the fiberglass, and I didn't want that. So now that all of that's done, there you go. With the drill in the way, there you go. There's the wingtip, there's the aileron. Isn't that a thing of beauty? So yeah, so that's one of the wingtips done. It only took 4 or 5 videos. And now that it's up, it's time to take it down. This way I can start on the other wing. But, just to show you how human I am, get ready for it. Just get ready. Oh, yeah. I told myself I would just edit that out earlier. Edit it out later. Of course I'm not, because I want to show how stupid I am. Always watch where you're going, kids. See you soon.